Hey everyone, and welcome back to another installment in the Teardrop Trailer Build. This one is about building the door. I did dedicate a whole episode to this because it was something that caused me a lot of stress and trepidation leading up to the actual construction. And in a lot of other build videos that I watched, I couldn't really find anything that kind of met the aesthetic that I wanted. And the prefabricated ones that you can buy, like off the shelf, cut a hole and throw it in there, again, didn't really meet the look that I was looking for. So I ended up deciding to do it all myself. And if you'd like to see how I did it, continue watching. Wait. We can't just skip ahead this far. We've got to go way back in time to before this door ever existed. Okay, so if you've been following the build, you might remember in episode 3, maybe 4, when I actually cut the hole out of the side of the trailer. It left me with this big plywood blank that was the size of the hole. And there's the hole, if you don't remember, which brings us to where we are today. We've got it all framed out, ready to go. I just don't have a door to go in the hole. Okay, cue door blank. Now I'm sorry I don't have any footage or videos of this. This was a while ago and I can't find any more. But basically what I ended up doing was taking the blank that I had cut out, which was just a big rectangle that fit in the size of that hole, and I laid a whole bunch of Loctite glue over the whole surface and layered it with leftover aluminum from the skin overhead. Now, I had a whole bunch left and basically did a sheet on either side, folded over all the edges, and clamped everything together to let that glue set. I also ended up cutting out a circle from the middle to make myself this little porthole window, which was just a sheet of Lexan and a plywood frame. All of that was secured over the top with that butyl tape, same as I used for the aluminum roof. At this point, with everything assembled, I hung it with some masking tape just to mock it up and see how it would look. It's going to be hinged on the front side of the trailer, and it will open outwards towards the front of the trailer. Given the chance, I would do this differently. I would place the hinges on the leading edge so that if you were rolling down the highway and your latch opened up or gave out, your door wouldn't be thrown open and flapping in the breeze. It would basically keep itself shut. I would recommend doing that instead of putting them on the after edge like I did. On a positive note, I want to thank Knapp for giving me these hinges. If you ever see this video, I appreciate them very much, and they're going to good use. They look great. You can see on the back side here how basically all I did was bolt straight through the door, which is plywood, and bolt into the door frame. We're inside the camper here. And what I'm going to do now is put the weather stripping in on the door. So this is what I bought, this Super Stick weather strip. I got it at O'Reilly Auto Parts. It's a little over a ½ inch thick. And this is it right here. It's made for car doors. So I figure if it's good enough for a car door, it's good enough for a trailer door, right? And it's got the adhesive back on here. So we're just going to line it up, cut it to size, remove the adhesive, and stick it right on. So the way I built my door frame is I have this recessed area that the door closes up against. That's where I'm going to put my weather stripping. I got this plastic weather, and I've already cut this piece. Cut it to length, 4 pieces. Important to make sure that the surface you're adhering it to is totally clean. So like it's a little bit dusty, so I really wiped down that top edge. I'm going to do the same before I put these side pieces and the bottom piece on, because otherwise it's either going to fail, your adhesive isn't going to stick. One thing you want to be careful not to do when you're putting the weather stripping on is to stretch it out, because it will shrink back and it's going to leave gaps and it's going to wreck its own adhesion. What I'm doing here is I started at the top, and I'm just peeling the backing off just as I go to make sure I get it nice and straight and that I'm not stretching it out or pulling it too far as I'm going. I've got the first piece of the weather stripping in, and now you can see when I close the door, it's going to close up against that. You can see I've got all the weather stripping installed. Installed makes it sound complicated, but it's peel and stick. You just got to make sure that you pay attention when you do it. Now, the only issue I might run into is I have these bolts that come through the door for the hinge, and I think they're going to push against this when it closes. I'm hoping that it'll still make a good enough seal, but I guess we'll find out the first time it rains. But anyways, once I have the latch, I'll be able to close it all the way and get it nice and tight up against that weather stripping. But there you go. There's the weather stripping all done. Alright, so that leaves us here. We've got a door on hinges, mounted in the hole, and we've got our weather stripping for sealing. What's next? You guys might not care about the little decor stuff, but I just made these curtains for the porthole window in record time. Took me about 25 minutes. I actually sewed them right there, right outside the camper. Got a little bracket screwed into my door, and the horses go with kind of my Indian kind of theme. So what we're going to do now is install a door handle on the trailer. What I got, sorry for the terrible lighting, the sun's kind of right behind me. What I got is this screen door handle, and I'm sorry I got a little ahead of myself, I already opened it, but it's a Hillman. Got it at Ace Hardware, and I'm sure you can get them everywhere. This is a locking version, which obviously you want to be able to lock up your trailer. And we're going to be installing it on the trailer door. So I'm going to have to drill 3 holes through my beautiful aluminum skin door. I'm going to put it up about as high as the top of my rail of my wood paneling there. I'm sure there was another clip there, but I can't find it. Apparently I did it. There it is. Well, that was the last step for the door, was getting that door latch on there. Now, I bought just kind of a generic screen door latch, and it ended up working out perfectly for me. You can see the inside and outside. It does lock from both the inside and outside, which is great for security and peace of mind. Door latches was another thing I really went back and forth on, you know, what to get, what to buy, and this one was off the shelf at the hardware store. I think it cost me like 20 bucks, so economical too. And there's your finished product. Not a bad looking door if I do say so myself. Operating door latches, a nice little window, and weather tight. Nice job, Jake. So there you have it. That's the August update on the Teardrop Trailer Build. I hope you're enjoying the build, and I'll be sure to try and get you the next update a lot more quickly. So thanks for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.